What if Stranger Things was never really about monsters, portals, or saving a town? What if the real mystery is that Hawkins never existed at all? Sounds crazy, right? But let's slow down and look deeper, because once you start connecting the dots between Eleven's memories, time that never moves in the upside down, and the people around her, you begin to wonder, what if everything we've watched has been unfolding inside a broken mind? Let's go back to the beginning. 11 wasn't born in a regular home. She grew up in a lab, experimented on, pushed beyond human limits. Her earliest memories are filled with pain, fear, and confusion. We never really saw her experience a normal childhood. No birthday parties, no school dances, just white walls, hospital gowns, and voices behind glass. So here's the question: what if Hawkins, the town we all know and love, is just her escape? A place she created inside her mind to cope with trauma. Every friend she makes, every battle she fights, could be her way of rewriting what she went through in the lab. Think about it, Mike becomes the first person to truly care about her. Hopper turns into the father figure she never had. Even the monsters? They could represent the emotional horrors from her past: fear, anger, guilt. Now, let's talk about the upside down. One of the strangest things? Time doesn't move there. It's frozen. Literally stuck on the day Will Byers disappeared. November 6, 1983. Why that specific date? Why hasn't time moved forward even once in the upside down? It's like a memory loop, one that 11 can't break free from. Memories don't move forward. They stay stuck unless we heal from them. What if the upside down isn't another dimension, but a part of her subconscious that holds on to the worst moments? A prison of her own mind. There's more. In Season 4, when 11 goes into the void, a black, empty space where she can hear and see things, it always feels dreamlike. Faces float in the dark. Time stretches weirdly. No sound, just static. That's not just sci-fi, those are real symptoms people describe when dealing with intense trauma or dissociation. And here's where it gets really eerie. What if the Mind Flayer and Vecna aren't separate villains at all, but versions of the same force? A dark part of 11's psyche trying to take control. Remember how Vecna attacks people by dragging out their worst memories, their guilt, their shame. It's as if he feeds off pain. That sounds less like an evil overlord, and more like unresolved trauma given a face. Even more curious? Hawkins is almost too perfect. Every 80 seconds reference feels exaggerated. Every character has a specific role: comic relief, love interest, protector, villain. What if those roles are part of a mental script 11 has written for herself? A fantasy where she gets to be the hero, or at least the one in control. And yet, she's not fully free. Every time she tries to live a normal life, something pulls her back into chaos. That's often what happens with unresolved trauma. It finds a way to return until it's faced directly. So, what does this all mean for Season 5? If this theory holds weight, the final season might not be a fight to close a gate, but a journey inward, a battle inside 11's own mind. Not against a monster, but against herself, to wake up, to let go, or maybe to accept the truth. Imagine this: the last episode fades in. 11 stands alone, not in Hawkins, but in that white lab. No friends, no Hopper, just herself, and the realization that everything she loved was something she created to survive. Would that make Stranger Things any less real to us? Or would it make it even more powerful? Let us know in the comments. Do you think Hawkins is real? Or could it all be inside 11's mind? If this theory plays out in Season 5, it might just turn Stranger Things from a sci-fi thriller into one of the most emotional endings we've ever seen. Stick around, because this story may not end with a bang, but with a wake-up call.